But now let's go ahead and move on to bombs. Now let's talk about some bombs real quick. And that brings us to the second topic of the day. I have this report right here from Deadline. It says Christopher Nolan's bombshell, director talking to multiple studios on film he'll direct about J. Robert Oppenheimer and development of the A-bomb, atomic bomb, in World War II. They have the exclusive right here. And before I go in depth, I just want to let you know, if you are watching this via live or on the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box for you to read at your own leisure. Exclusive. Christopher Nolan is readying his next film, and Deadline hears that, like Dunkirk, it will focus on a seminal moment in World War II. This one is J. Robert Oppenheimer's role in the development of the atom bomb during World War II. Here is a bombshell development. While none of Nolan's recent movies have gone outside Warner Brothers, I'm hearing that several of the major studios across town are reading screenplays and speaking with Nolan and his reps. And I find that quite interesting. You know, he was always with Warner Brothers for the past 15, 20 years until they pissed him off and, you know, released the entire slate this year on streaming without saying anything to anybody. But Elliot, I don't even know if you're a Christopher Nolan fan. I'm assuming that you are. Hold on real quick before I pass to you. Zia Latrice, 4099 super sticker, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you feeling about this, man? And you know, is this something that excites you, or you know, being a Christopher Nolan fan or not? Let me know.
First, I am a huge Christopher Nolan fan, dating back to, you know, his first few films to where he's at now, and seeing the progression of where he's come as a director. Big fan of his. As far as that, you know, the news piece of him shopping around his script to another studio is definitely something more intriguing. I assume it's not going to be Universal, because he don't want his film on Peacock, so I'd assume he's not going to be talking to Universal about that. But it'll be interesting to see where he lands, man. I mean, he's going to get a payday. This is like LeBron James on the free agency, so people gonna be you know, biting at the bits to get Christopher Nolan's film under their studio tag, which again, I outside of Warner Bros, I have no idea where he would go. You know, WB and him obviously have, like, as you mentioned, a great relationship, so it'll be really interesting to see, is it Apple, and they have like exclusively in theaters. One of the first big movies for Apple would be a great thing for them. Obviously, they have their streaming service, but I think they would want to do like some type of exclusive deal in theaters. But more or less, man, in regards to the film, Christopher Nolan seems to be, you know, in this mindset of bombs and world destroying things, whether it be Dunkirk and a little bit of Tenet, and obviously how that film kind of played out in regards to destruction and stuff of that nature. So I'm a Nolan fan. I've always intrigued what his next project is going to be, but I'm more intrigued to see who is going to be that winner that's going to get Christopher Nolan's next film in theaters exclusively, because, you know, he don't play that when it comes to streaming. So we'll see what happens with Mr. C. Nolan here.
We'll see. Zia Latrice talking about that's the wrong comment. Talking about he's overrated. Ooh, I don't know.
Fighting words there. Overrated.
I know. Lamont, how you feeling about this, my brother?
I think that he's a great pick for this job. Elliot mentioned a lot of people said they didn't like Dunkirk. I loved it, but I'm a history buff. I'm a history person. And the way that was filmed, the way the story, I just loved every part of that. And I think he'll do a good job of telling the story of how we bombed Hiroshima, Nagasaki. The world lost 250,000 people in 1946 when that happened. One of my undergrad majors was history, so I'm a major history nut. I watch all this stuff. One of my favorite channels is the History Channel, and I think Christopher Nolan can bring all these things to light. We've seen his work. Now, where is he going to go? Elliot did a great job of crossing off names. He's not going to no Netflix, y'all. He don't do that shit. He's going to be on the big screen. And so I don't understand why he's not going to work this out with Warner Brothers to have this thing done when Warner Brothers stopped doing their duality of streaming on HBO Max and being in theater. So if I had to guess, I would think he's going to work something out with Warner Brothers, because they obviously can see the potential this thing could do in theaters with someone as good as Christopher Nolan, with the visual he brings to the table, with a hit he's already done. I think he's the perfect pick for this movie. It's just, where is he going to go with it?
Right on. And let me make a correction. I'm blind as a bat. Zia Latrice did not say he's overrated. She says not Overrated. My bad. My bad.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm messing up. He's not overrated.
It's not overrated. I agree.
I apologize. I feel like, man, you gotta get it right. I'm gonna take my super chat back. You know what I'm saying? So, my bad. Get somebody say it louder. My fault, y'all. He's not. I was like, dang.
I'm curious too. At Brandon and Lamont and everyone in chat, what is your favorite Christopher Nolan fan? Film, I should say. I'm just curious.
What is it called? The
it's Prestige. So easy. You can't remember.
Yeah, Prestige.
Ooh,
Prestige. Man,
Lamont, what you got,
man? I'm one of the people that liked his work he did with Superman, but I'm not gonna say that's my favorite. Tenet and Dunkirk. I just love them both, but I know most people wouldn't say Dunkirk, but like I said, I'm a history nut, so I really like that one.
Yeah, man. Dunkirk, it was I wasn't really feeling it, man. It wasn't a bad movie at all. It just wasn't my favorite Christopher Nolan, man. I'll be honest, I was kind of bored with it. You know, they had some good moments, good performances, and it was shot beautifully. All that IMAX, I own it on 4K. It looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but it's just not one of my favorite. I gotta say, Prestige is my favorite.
Prestige is dope. Yeah,
and then I think Inception is number 2.
That's my number 2 as well.
And then it's probably a tie for Batman Begins and then The Dark Knight.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah,
but you guys are missing out on the best one.
Which one?
Man.
The masterpiece, and that's Interstellar. Interstellar is easily, in my opinion, and Lamont, I know you say you're a history buff. I love space odysseys, exploring space stories, as well as Mission with a story about a man trying to save his family and Murph and all that stuff. And the score, it's my favorite Hans Zimmer. I love you, Murph. It's my favorite Hans Zimmer score. So it's Interstellar for me all day, every day. That is a masterpiece of a film, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was too confused the first time I saw it or whatever. I'm like, what?
Black hole. That stuff to me is fascinating, man. I love space.
Go ahead, Lamont.
Elliot, I talked with B. Avery. I'm a space case too, bro. Yeah. I mean, so much so I'm about to start trying to learn how to fly. I'm a straight space case. Yeah. So
we're gonna really start geeking out. I got so much to say. I'm sorry, keep going.
Oh no, go ahead, B. Avery. That's all I had to say. I just want him to know that history I love too, but I'm also a sci-fi nerd and space nerd, so I'm into all that stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm really into space as well. I'm also really into time travel, and so that was a combination of Interstellar and stuff like that. But I will say this: when I walked out of the Prestige, I remember I saw it in Denton, Texas. I saw it with my old roommate. I remember walking out the theater like that was literally the best movie I've seen in my entire life. Like seriously, I enjoyed it that much.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yes, it was, bro. My jaw was like, this movie was off the chain.
Yeah.
Also, seeing Interstellar at a real IMAX theater, 70 millimeter, I had the best seat in the house, back row in the middle, because the back row is the best on IMAX, not the other theater. And I remember that was the best experience I ever had in a theater when he went into when Matthew McConaughey went in the black hole. Spoilers, I'm sorry, the movie came out a while ago. But I was just saying to myself, like, oh my God, what is about to happen? Like
the mountain of water and every minute you're on the planet is 7 years. Like, dude, come on, man. That movie's on another level, man. Yeah, Interstellar is a classic.
And when it came out, for him to be exploring, because they say a black hole is supposed to be like a crease in the space-time continuum.
Right.
And to allow someone to actually enter in it was dope. It was dope. It's on my top 3 list for sure.
Yeah, man.
It was dope.
And just real quick before we move on, I sent this Elliot. I sent Lamont a video too a couple of weeks ago. It was just showing how. I mean, of course, we've seen these videos when we was in 10 years old and stuff, but just showing how big space really is and how we really can't comprehend how big it is or how small we are.
Yep.
It was just real quick before I move on. They were saying that the solar system is huge in itself, freaking massive. How big the solar system is.
Yeah.
They said that if the solar system was shrunk down to the size of a quarter, that our Milky Way galaxy would be as big as North America. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, man. I know we've heard this when we was little, but just to think about that again, man, it's just like anyway. But I don't want to geek out too much. But hey, Christopher Nolan, we rooted for you, man. This is what the Oppenheimer guy looks like, and that's David Washington. But this is him. That's what he looks like right there. And so,
and also too, I think the article read that Cillian Murphy might be in contention to be the lead of the film potentially. Which I know if you work with him quite a few times, and I'm a big Cillian Murphy fan.
I just found that details are a bit scant at the moment of casting, but I'm hearing talk that Cillian Murphy may be involved. So
yeah, man,
Cillian Murphy, yeah, okay, well, dope. And again, guys, if you want to read that, you can. There is a link to that article down in the description box for you to read at your own leisure.